Liverpool are in absolute crisis. Lex Luthor has absolutely lost the plot. But I've been knowing that he lost the plot since the game against United, where this guy was complaining about a team changing their lineup against them. How he was not embarrassed to mention that in the interview is beyond me. Because isn't that the whole premise of having a squad that has more than 11 players? But as you all know, Liverpool have a very strange addiction right now. An addiction to losing games because they cannot stop losing. Their record is looking like a bloodbath with the amount of red I'm seeing on it. And because of that, it's only fair to say and assume that Liverpool right now are in an absolute crisis.
That's not ridiculous.
So somebody grab the confetti, grab the cake, grab the fireworks, because this crisis is something to be celebrated. Because only this bold fraud could spend $500 million and still somehow find a way to complain about his squad. He's acting as if he didn't allocate those budgets and those transfer funds to the signings that he wanted. If he had such a problem with the depth of his squad, then surely instead of spending $300 million on 2 strikers, he would have definitely looked to strengthen his squad in other departments. But obviously not, because he is a bold fraud, Lex Luthor lookalike, Eric Ten Hag regen, and I'm absolutely swimming in his tears right now. But you know, Liverpool did have a good result recently against Frankfurt, where they won 5-1, and we saw the best of Florian Wirtz, which, no surprises, was against the German team. This guy is really a fraud. How can you only perform against a team in a certain league? What the hell is that about? This guy really has 0 GA in the league, and as soon as he plays a team from Germany, he decides to get 2 assists. But with that being said, it was a good result, 5-1 in the Champions League. You have to respect it. And I was there thinking, yo, Liverpool might have turned a corner. They might actually start winning games. But to my absolute pleasure, I was incorrect. Because Liverpool played against Brentford in the Premier League, and lo and behold, they lost 3-2, making it 4 losses on the bounce in the Premier League. To be fair to Liverpool, I think the pen given against them was incredibly hard, and in my opinion, it's not really a penalty. But even then, in my opinion, I still think that they should be beating Brentford by that point already. Their team just looks so weak and so lacking of athleticism, which I'll get onto in a bit. But even the game was just weird. We were having Damsgaard fucking bodying Van Dijk. Like, what's going on? But at the end of the game, we saw something terrifying. We saw a brilliant goal from Mohamed Salah, and I was quaking in my boots because there was no way that this guy was actually going to start playing well after the abhorrent start he has had to the season. And as Salah's #1 here, I was going to have to prepare myself for the absolute ridicule I was going to face for the abuse that I had been giving him. I lied. He's still a fraud. Get him to belly dancing. He still played absolutely stinky throughout that game. And that brings Liverpool to 7th in the Premier League table. 4 losses in a row, which as champions is absolutely crazy within the first 9 games. Teams not playing well, teams not gelling well, players being left out of the starting 11. Their club is really a mess right now, and the only thing that I could see them winning is maybe a cup competition. Maybe they could scam like a Carabao Cup. Oh wait, what's this? Liverpool lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. Bro, real talk, when will the losses end for Liverpool against English teams? I don't want to see these fraudulent wins against Champions League teams. I'm talking about the real wins against the English teams. When are the losses gonna end? And it seems Crystal Palace really have Liverpool's number. They've got Liverpool's bogeyman, the kryptonite, Salah, who has been haunting Liverpool fans since the 1920 season, where he single-handedly ended Liverpool's invincible record that season. But as rival fans, we should all revel in this moment and enjoy it while we can, because we know that there is eventually going to be a point where Liverpool will turn things around. But now onto why I actually think that they're struggling so much in England, and I think it all just has to do with their lack of physicality in their squad. Their squad isn't really athletic, physical, and you're really seeing that they're struggling with that. And they're getting bullied at set pieces, long throws, any sort of dead ball they're getting killed from. And with the direction the Premier League's heading in this season, those type of goals and these type of tactics seem to be crucial for teams in this season, especially compared to previous seasons. I mean, we're seeing my team, Arsenal, sort of single-handedly win games from set pieces and maintain a brilliant record through set pieces, realistically. And I think that through Arsenal, I think teams a bit lower down the table have found a kryptonite to sort of bigger teams, to sort of neutralize them. And they found that in set pieces. And I don't think any fan, any player can really complain because it is a part of the game. And realistically, what are teams lower down in the table supposed to do against squads that are worth 500 million? But with that being said, considering the fact that Liverpool's squad is not physical at all, I don't really see a way that they can fix this. The backline looks shaky. Kerkez, I mean, he is an absolute joke. Van Dijk doesn't look himself. Konate just also been absolutely abhorrent. Frimpong's obviously injured. Conor Bradley is just not good enough. This guy's career highlight is going to be that one tackle on Mbappe. Same with their midfield, just not really physical enough. Wirtz, Macallister, except for Gravenberch, who has been injured for the last couple games, their midfield is quite weak. And in their attack, they've obviously got an over-the-hill Salah, let's be honest. He's washed. Ekitike, who I think is class, and Gakpo, who has also been good this season. And even looking at their bench, they don't really have any game changers. Obviously, I guess you could say they have Isak or Ekitike, but anywhere else on the pitch, they have no real game changers at all. So I don't really know where they go from here, to be honest. And they only have themselves to blame because this was the squad that they chose to build. These were the signings they chose to make in the summer. They could have got fullbacks that could actually defend. They could have got a striker who didn't take fucking 8 months off playing because he wanted to boycott his own team. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And they could have decided to sign any attacking mid except for Florian Wirtz. Or even just any Prem-proven attacking mid would have been better. But other than that, that's all I really have to say. Liverpool are in an absolute crisis. And like I said, us rival fans, we should enjoy it for what it is right now because it's not going to last forever. So let's just revel in it right now. And that's all I really have to say. If you like the video, give it a like. Share it to your friends, to your Liverpool fan friends, whatever. Just enjoy, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.